All right, next we're going to talk about Newscaster. So this is specifically for students who have difficulty with phrasing or expression. I often like to say that students who read without phrasing or expression sound robotic. So if that's a situation for a student, then this is a great intervention for this student, for that student. So in this case, you're going to have just a short passage, probably even just about 4 to 6 sentences. And the first thing you're going to do is to talk about what is a newscaster. I mean, you probably know this, but many students today actually have really not much experience to what a newscaster does, and when they see a newscaster, really don't understand that they're actually reading that teleprompter, and it only sounds like they're talking to us, but actually they're reading. And so that's kind of the analogy with this, is that good readers sound like they're talking, just like a newscaster sounds like they're talking rather than reading. And so that's ultimately the purpose that we're trying to establish with this particular intervention. So with this intervention, there are a series of 8 readings, and again, with those 4 to 6 independent level the independent level text, 4 to 6 sentences. And the first read through, it's basically the student's just going to read as kind of a baseline, if you will, going to read those 4 to 6 sentences. Immediately, if there are any errors that are made, you would give immediate standard error correction procedure right away. And it's as simple as that with the first read. And then the second through 4th readings are exactly the same, where the teacher is going to read and, in a sense, provide a model for the child, and the student's going to be tracking, both with eyes and with the child's finger. And then you can just tell that the child's tracking along and so on. So you'll read as the teacher with great expression and great phrasing through those 4 to 6 sentences, and then start again a second time, and then do it again a third time to really give a really nice modeling. And then there's a 5th through 7th reading, and it's a shared reading experience where both the teacher and the student are going to read the passage again 3 times together. Now with this, the teacher is going to push the pacing just a little bit, but really focus on expression. It is definitely important to know that with all of these readings, that's why it's so important to just have 4 to 6 sentences, because after this, we'll have read this passage 7 times, and it can get kind of dry if we don't have a fairly short passage to read here. And then the 8th and final reading is actually the same as the first. And that's, again, where now the student, him or herself, will read the passage. And hopefully you'll see significant improvement from the first cold read to that 8th and final read. And, oh, by the way, the standard error correction procedure should immediately be given again if there are any words that are unknown. So there you have, working on phrasing and expression, newscaster reading.